pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And there were rumblings about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded or wanting out last season. Ownership said they wouldn't trade him for anyone and put those rumors to rest.
Listen, it would be impossible to get equal value for the Cousins trade. He's not going anywhere. He's already a top center in the league and still very young. He just has to learn to get along with upper brass to win a championship.
And you've heard it from upper brass. So the center is the hardest position to fill. So at 25, would you trade a guy like Cousins? I don't think so, unless you're getting like a top 5 player in the league that could change your franchise. I think he's there for a while.
With the game just about ready to start, let's go to Kevin Harlan. Kev?
An off-kilter look at the iconic Golden Gate Bridge, a symbol of California and the San Francisco Bay Area. Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan in that win. I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Rudy Gay. Caspi is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Collison in at the 1. Here is Caspi. And Bellinelli kicks to Collison. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career today.
Here's Collison. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. It's taken away by Collison. We played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point, but Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Here we go, and
first free throw is good.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
Now here's Curry. Last time 45 points for him. Stolen by Gay. Here's Bellinelli. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused, really for the first stretch of his career.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
I've been missing my free throw play this, so we gotta focus. Here we go.
First one falls for.
That's good. We got that one.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers.
Here we go.
Averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Thompson misses.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Really?
And Steph Curry with the foul.
Okay, we got this. We got this. We got this.
Tries to keep it alive. It's stolen by Green.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively, and this lead, I think, is headed up.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Now here's Cousins following the shot by Rudy Gay, and he gets the bucket.
Excellent feed from DC, Darren Collins.
DC.
Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Shoots from the high post, and Green with the basket on the assist by Curry.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
And the Warriors with possession here after the Kings pick up 2. And he gets the bucket.
Bogut.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
The Kings trail by 3. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, George Karl and I caught up for just a bit. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Now here's Collison. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Dishes it to Gay.
That should have been a foul, but okay.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
The hell?
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Sacramento with the ball. 6-point game. They get it back. Caspi, and at last they get one to fall.
About time.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
I didn't know that either.
Boy, nice job by Collison to make that defender feel it.
Feeds it to Barnes. Shoots from 14. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Barnes has got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Yeah, that was a good one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here is Caspi. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut.
And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Kings last year were able to get George Karl to lead the team. A good hire for them. This team did decent under him back in the last half of the season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of work to do, but he can certainly make it happen for him. One of the outstanding coaches in our league. The Kings actually were in it for a while last year, but then had a mini rebuild mid-season.
The Kings making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Here's Caspi, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Caspi's got 6. Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And that one's good. Barnes.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now here's Rondo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Bellinelli's got his second basket of the night.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
They double-team Curry. So it's the Warriors now. On the wing, Thompson. From the arc. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Spates. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The 3 from Barnes. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Got it.
Rondo against Curry.
No, Rondo. What you got?
Outside Rondo. Passes to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. And he drops it in from the low post.
Didn't get a chance to jump.
Cousins has got his.
Not forcing anything, taking advantage. Key
How you do
contributor
that?
for them in this quarter.
Body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish.
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it. He made it look easy that
Thompson.
time.
And with the offense shooting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The Kings have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Vasili's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes.
And
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Oh, no, we'll keep that. I mean, he ain't scoring at all.
Shot is no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
They've come out with the take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Barbosa with it, guarded by McLemore. The 17-footer. And it's Golden State with another.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Here's Butler. The Warriors making the shot. Got a piece of it. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Kufis checked in for Sacramento. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Here's Rondo after Caron Butler's bucket. Wants to get it to Rondo and does. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground for
like 4 points.
Forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
And here are the Kings now. After the Warriors pick up 3. Here's Rondo. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Livingston. Rebound by Caron Butler.
You know, a team rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Now here's Iguodala following the shot by Caron Butler. Pass to Ezeli. Butler against Barbosa. That drops. Barbosa's got 7.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Outside Rondo. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you. The numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
For 3, Barbosa. Kufis grabs the miss. The Kings trail by 9. Here's McLemore. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Got 12 seconds.
McLemore's got his first 2 points of the night.
20.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
I actually improved. Boom. We got this game too. We got this game too.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Warriors leading by 7. On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Allison runs the point with McLemore at the 2. Cauley Stein is out there with Costa Kufis. And it's Gay in at the small forward. Thompson with the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming
effect
for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him. And really, last season, it was supposed to be a battle between the Warriors and Clippers for that Pacific title. But the Warriors just ran away with it, won the division by 11 games.
The Kings have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. No good on that one.
He missed.
For the Warriors, it was the 3rd time they've ever won the division. Last time coming in 1976. So, Clark, it's been a while.
It's been a long time, but they did it in style. 13-3 record against the rest of the division. That would be the best in-division winning percentage for any team in the NBA.
He hits the second from the line.
And Costa Kufis,
how come they missed the
an
first
excellent
one?
rotation
How
center.
come
I mean, he gets after it on the inside. He'll give you some rebounds, can block some shots. He's made himself into a factor. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, G, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Can't hit from in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
No time at all on that one. 8 points for Steph Curry.
8 points
Well, the
for
first
Steph
thought
Curry.
from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
We got this.
And Kufa's not really a shooter, Clark. He does his damage around the rim.
Yeah, he really does. The former Buckeye is a great screen setter. He attacks the offensive glass, plays within himself, and knows his role, and he does it well.
That's good, and the Warrior lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Gay.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Curry with it. Picked up by Collison. Nobody near Barnes.
Boom, Barnes.
And a great assist by
hot.
Curry as that one goes in.
Not like that.
Curry's
Yeah,
got his
he's hot
7th
to
assist
shoot.
in the game.
That's still hurt, please. Never mind. Never mind.
Collison against Curry. Kicks to Kufis. And it's sent back by Bogut. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. That's good.
I was about to say, if you missed that,
Thompson,
Thompson, you will sit on the bench.
6.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Collison. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Thompson is double.
Oh, come on. The only two people they double team is Curry and Thompson. That's a bull.
So it's Sacramento. Green kicks to Barnes. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today.
I know, right?
He has yet to miss a shot.
Good job, Barnes.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first, fresh from a win against Portland.
You know, they definitely maintain their focus and their poise. They put on a real entertaining comeback, and that's always a feel-good game when you can win it like that.
It's like a shark in the water when they start to smell blood. I mean, you could just see as the game went on, they started to sense that they would have an opportunity, and then the energy just kept on building, and ultimately they get the win.
Collison gets a wide-open look. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 3rd assist on the night.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Timeout called the Warriors. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay
I was too
hydrated.
far.
The Kings trail by 13. Shot from 12. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been poor, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Here's Collison. 8 points for him. Deflects the pass. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Collison. 10 points here for Cousins.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Thompson from long range. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity. And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
The Kings trail by 17. Collison with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Got that bucket in no time at all. Bellinelli's got 7.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They double-team Curry.
Oh, damn it.
Collison with it. Screen by Cousins. Collison, the pass to Cousins. Rudy Gay on the wing. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Gay's got 4 this quarter.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Collison, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
He missed
now here's Collison. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Outside, Bellinelli, and another 3 for Sacramento.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 11 points for Steph Curry.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Over to the left wing. Here's Caspi. It's hauled in by Bogut. Warriors leading by 15. Here's Barnes. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Gay. Double team. The feed to Collison. From outside, off the mark.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
He kicks to Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Now here's Barnes. A 17-point game for him in the win against Cleveland. And the Warriors with possession here. Green dishes to Thompson. 5 on the clock. Curry kicks to Green. Caspi passes to Collison. Here's Gay. Green with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Kings trail by 17. Timeout called by the Kings. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick. This team's rise to greatness.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Caron Butler's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for Darren Collison. They double him with Green. Bellinelli dishes to Butler to the middle. Iguodala outside. Barbosa. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Barbosa's got 9.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Sorry about that.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
Here's Butler after the Warriors pick up 3. And Cousins kicks to Caspi. That's good. Caspi's got 9.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Spates. The basket drops, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
Now here's Rondo. Butler passes to Rondo. He feeds it to Cousins. And the rejection by Azili. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And no, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
They're talented, and they've been able to overcome some loose play, but they need to clean it up in the second half.
That's good. Caspi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Barbosa kicks to Spates, fires from 14, and that's good off the glass that time.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
That's good. 14 points here for Cousins. Warriors leading by 21. Livingston dishes to Azili. They'll go get another chance. And Spates gets it to go.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The drive by Rondo, got a piece of it. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Rondo's got his second bucket tonight. Warriors shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Iguodala kicks to Spates. They set the screen to the wing right side. A 3-ball. Another 3 for Golden State.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now here's Butler, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's Rondo penetrating, and that one's good. Rondo's got 6.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Barbosa passes to Iguodala. Now the dish to Azili. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And
to the rim to add to the lead.
The drive by Rondo from the baseline. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 16 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Warriors leading by 20. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists tonight. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Cousins. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Barbosa has it in the corner. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
King's foul call. Rajon Rondo. The second person, third team.
The Warriors have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
Here's Rondo, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when
stream,
you're facing a bigger guy,
going to
you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors lead by 21. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
You know, Barnes is playing well. 28 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt, and it's Barnes in at the 3. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Now Bellinelli, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Nobody near Gay. Sinks the three-pointer. Gay's got the first basket of the third quarter for Sacramento. Warriors leading by 18. Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Collison kicks to Cousins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Wow.
That one on Thompson. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Collison with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. That's good. And 12 points for Gay.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Thompson, and another basket for Golden State.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league. and becoming more outspoken.
And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among two guards. Klay Thompson, number 1.
Yeah, buddy.
And with his skill as a distributor, he's probably just as comfortable at the point guard position as he is off the ball. They need him there at times in a pinch.
Boy, I really like an off guard who shares the ball as well as he does. I mean, that's an invaluable piece to their puzzle, and that's the kind of flexibility they get by having him on their roster.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Collison, no good. Warriors leading by 18. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 13 points for Steph Curry.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Welcome back to the stream if it's the same person, but you haven't missed now, and
Now
we
a
still
timeout called
doing
by
good.
Sacramento.
Hope you
And Steph
are
Curry,
a
6'3",
Golden State fan,
125.
but
I mean,
you're
a
not.
slender frame.
Oh, well.
You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Collison kicks to Bellinelli. Sacramento again missing. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Now here's Collison. 10 points for him. Bellinelli dishes to Caspi. Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Collison. No good again that time.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Thompson is double. Outside, Green. Here's Bogut. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Here's Thompson after Rudy Gay's bucket. Wasted no time on that one. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant. You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Collison with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. They get it back. Caspi, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
The pass to Curry. They double team Curry. Bogut the pass to Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates. And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Thompson for 3, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 19 points for Klay Thompson. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Now here's Collison. He's got 10. Gay right side. Nifty move. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Here's Gay. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. It's stolen by Green. Thompson with it, picked up by Collison. And again, Klay Thompson for 3. Thompson's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Warriors.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Now Cousins. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Knocked away.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Barnes can't get it to go. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits the 3-point bomb. Thompson's got 25 points in the game. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 16 in the 3rd quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for Sacramento, Kufis checked in for Cousins. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Ben McLemore in for Darren Collison.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Outside, Green. He dishes it to Thompson. No good on the 3.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And that one's good. Thompson's got 15 points here in the second half.
Too much casual effort here. Lackadaisical getting back on defense here, fellas.
And it's costed them. Fast break baskets accounting for 7 of the last 10 points they've allowed.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
That's good.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Outside Rondo. Spates with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
Sacramento ball.
Outside Rondo. Here's the three. Rondo with another miss. The Warriors shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. From deep, Iguodala. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Green, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Your heads-up aggressive play right
Welcome
there.
to the
Saw the
stream.
smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
That's his third person, the team's third.
Well, there's say you, my love.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. The Warriors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw good, Green. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
It's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. The drive by Rondo, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for Kosta Koufos, Clark, so far he hasn't had that breakout year. He has been kind of in the shadow of Marc Gasol on that front line for Memphis.
Yeah, but he's understood his role, and he's done a nice job. He did start 81 games for Denver a few seasons ago, Kevin, but I think he's very comfortable as a backup. He's one of those guys who's just effective in limited playing stints.
And talking about Koufos, he gives you some things you want out of your bigs. Great size and activity.
Welcome to the
solid
stream.
rebounds and blocks per minute numbers. He may just need a chance in the right system to show more game.
Ezeli's checked in for the Warriors.
And, you know, getting back to Koufos, one thing he has to get better at is finishing through contact. He has a really nice touch around the basket, but sometimes contact negates that.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And yes, sir, that one drops.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Inside, here's Spates, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Sacramento's gone 4 of 6 from 3-point land since the start of the second half. The drive by Rondo. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Rondo. Pass to McLemore. 6 to shoot. Outside Rondo. From outside the arc. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Man, that is not an
that was
easy shot
impressive.
right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And here is Iguodala. Rajon Rondo getting it to go from deep.
And he rushed that one, no doubt
Well,
about it.
point
The
on
out
that
of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And Butler gets it to go. Butler's
For you,
got 9
Butler.
points.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
And for Sacramento, their shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Rondo dishes to Koufos. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Koufos has got his 2nd basket of the game. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting it beautifully here in the 3rd. 56% from the field. Shots good from Butler.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And he gets the bucket. Livingston's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And here now the Kings. Now Rondo. 13 points in the game. In the corner, it's McLemore. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good.
and he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And here's Stockton. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Sacramento, Caron Butler is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Stockton. Then there's Kufis. And it's McLemore in at the 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
King's shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Stockton with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. There's the pick. Now here's McLemore. Defense right on him. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the inside, and stolen by Stockton.
My fault.
Dishes it to McLemore. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got his 6th rebound on the night. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Stockton, and he gets it to go. 18 points for Steph Curry.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Now here's Gay. Feeds it to Kufis. 6 to shoot. Gay with it. Bogut picks him up. And that one's good by Gay. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Outside Butler. Curry with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And the Kings making a change here. Anderson's checked in. On defense, Sacramento. And that one's good. Barnes.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Stockton kicks to Gay. Got a hand on it. Thompson for the triple. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 18 points just in the second half.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Here's Gay. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Curry, good. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Stockton passes to Gay. Anderson a screen on Barnes. And stolen by Barnes. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And Green slams it in.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
So it's Sacramento now, following the score by Golden State. McLemore dishes to Gay. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. That's good from McLemore on the assist from Gay. Gay's got 4 assists now tonight.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Bogut, that's good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. They set the pick. Stockton kicks to Anderson. Offline with his 3.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backcourt.
And the basket by Curry.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
The Kings have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Curry with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Thompson with the bucket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Kings shooting about 43% here in the 4th quarter. Stockton with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Gay, a screen on Curry. Stockton passes to Anderson. Kicks it to McLemore. 5 on the clock to end the run, and it's sent back by Bogut. Now the Warriors moving it up. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Back to Thompson. Takes it from 10. It's hauled in by the Kings. Kufis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Stockton, here we go. Gay. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. 23 points for Rudy Gay.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Curry gets the bucket.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
The Kings have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Kufis dishes to McLemore. Kufis the pass to Stockton. And Steph Curry with the foul. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Bogut. James Michael McAdoo comes in for Green. And it's Rush in for Harrison Barnes. Then for the Kings, Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And Curry subbed in for Stockton. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Warriors with some changes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And Thompson kicks to Rush. To the paint. And the basket by Curry.
Great move to the hoop on that one there. He didn't let his height disadvantage dictate that matchup. Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Timeout called the Warriors. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Curry. Passes it to Green. And that one is stuffed right through.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Here's Curry. The Warriors making the shot. A rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Iguodala. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Curry against Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's now 19 points for Draymond Green. Kings have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Pass to Caspi. Anderson outside. Now here's Curry. 5 to shoot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. There's Green with the 3. And Curry pulls it down. The Kings have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Anderson outside. Now the feed to McLemore.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, three-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Cauley Stein comes in for Kufis. And Caron Butler subbed in for Anderson. Here's Green. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Green's got 8 here in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here is Caspi. They double him with Green. McLemore, the pass to Cauley Stein. And Curry has it in the corner. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And for Ben McLemore out of Kansas, he knew he had to work harder after the Kings drafted a guy to replace him in Nick Stauskas. And, of course, Stauskas went on to have Clark an even worse rookie campaign than McLemore had the year before.
Yeah, and McLemore actually on the uptick, very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out.
And for the Warriors, their shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Curry kicks to Butler. Back to Curry. And just miss after miss right now. Iguodala dishes to Spates. He kicks to Barbosa. He feeds it to Livingston. Azili the pass to Livingston. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Barbosa. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Barbosa's got 19 points. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. They set the pick. And McLemore kicks to Curry. Fires from 14. Again, Curry missing. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here is Livingston. Spates sets a screen, and here's Iguodala outside. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Just breaking the spirit of their opponent 3 straight times this year. This win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with only 1 game left to go on the season against the Kings.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Stephen Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash over.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
That doesn't go either for Butler. The Warriors shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. From deep, Green. Bogut down low. Outside, Green for the 3. That doesn't go either for Green.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And that one's good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. That's good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Outside Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.